Everyone. We want to welcome you to the EVMS Health Science Academy webinar. Just real quickly, my name is Lori Martin, and I'm one of the supervisors for the Career and Technical Education Department. I'm joined this evening with Anna Helmer, and she is our program administrator for CTE, as well as Keela Cohen-Gant, and she is the assistant director of engagement for EVMS. And Keela will be sharing her screen and going over a PowerPoint with you. There is a Q&A if you would like to ask a question. We are recording this webinar, so if you want to refer back to it later, we'll be able to share that with you. So at this time, I'm going to introduce Keela, and she's going to start the presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to join us for this webinar. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Give me just 1 second. Okay. All right. So the Health Sciences Academy is located at Eastern Virginia Medical School. I have some information up on the screen with our mission and our vision. A lot of this speaks to what we do with the Health Sciences Academy and kind of why it was created. Specifically in our diversity statement, it mentions that EVMS was created by the local community for the local community. And so that's a lot of the reason why we do what we do. The EVMS Health Sciences Academy was created in partnership with Portsmouth Public Schools in 2019 and then expanded to Northampton County in 2020. We're very excited to bring on Chesapeake Public Schools this year. HSA is a multi-year tuition-free enrichment program, and it provides high school students with an opportunity to explore diverse career paths in healthcare. We are targeting for this program primarily rising 10th graders. We are also recruiting underrepresented minority groups, students from urban and rural backgrounds. And our main focus is that they have an interest in entering health science related fields. I'm going to quickly share a video. Hopefully everything works correctly this time. Hold on.
The Health Sciences Academy is a program for rising 9th and 10th grade students who want to explore different health sciences careers, whether it be on the patient care side, more on the research side, more on the administrative side, just an opportunity for them to come into a professional setting and to explore the different options they have in the healthcare field.
The first day we actually learned to suture, practice washing our hands properly, and we learned how to talk to patients.
They were able to visit the neurology lab and see some actual brains and get a chance to see the part of the brain, the hippocampus, that's in charge of memory, and the amygdala in charge of emotion.
We went to ODU, EVMS, and Norfolk General.
Going to Sentara and doing the Nightingale was cool because you got to see what they do and the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. I decided to be a part of it because I wanted to get a glimpse behind the scenes of what goes on because I wanted to be a nurse.
I was already interested in the medical field, but after the Health Sciences Academy, I definitely am more interested in the medical field.
We couldn't do this without the donors. They are more than they would ever know needed, and we are more than they would ever know grateful for everything that they've done for us. So thank you, donors. I've seen some of the students that is so engaged, and for a teacher, that makes a teacher feel really good because if you have that knowledge, if you have that thirst for finding out more information, then the sky's the limit.
Okay, we've been joined by our director, Dr. Julie Stoner. I'm not sure if she's able to unmute, so I will keep going. All right, EVMS is located on a rather expansive campus that includes Sentara, Norfolk General, and CHKD as well. In the past, we've been able to get the students into both hospitals for tours and things like that. But with the pandemic, it's been a little bit more difficult. Last year, as was shown in the video, we were able to go to Sentara, Norfolk General and tour the Nightingale, the helicopters. And so we're hopeful this year that we're going to be able to get the students involved. Also, we are partnering with Old Dominion and their health sciences department to also provide some information for programs that we don't actually have at EVMS. And so we have been going over to their health sciences building for the last year or so, and also doing activities over there. Specifically on campus, we program primarily out of Lewis and Lester halls. In Lewis Hall are a lot of the labs. That's where the suturing labs take place, things like that. And then in Lester Hall, we have ultrasound, we have simulation tech, and all kinds of amazing things that the students get to see. So just as I just mentioned, some of the examples of the activities that students get to do with us, modeling and simulation, we do bystander CPR, ultrasound labs, they learn to work with standardized patients. They also have a brain and anatomy lab. Suturing is a huge hit with all of our students as well. And there's a lot more. We try and tailor the program specifically, the experiences to the interests of the students who are participating with us. And so as you are filling out your applications, please let us know what you're interested in seeing, and we'll do our best to try and incorporate that into the program. So for an example of a daily schedule, our program runs from 9 to 3. You would arrive on campus, we do some check-ins in the morning. There's usually a small activity and a review of the schedule. And then there's about 4 hours of programming or hands-on activities. Sometimes that's a speaker that's coming in to discuss with the students. And then other times it's hands-on activities. We have lunch. We usually have a speaker at lunch as well, just so that we can cram in as much information as we can. A lot of presentations on career skills and workplace readiness. There are campus tours, as I mentioned, also hospital tours. We do a lot of surveys of the students just to kind of ascertain the amount of information that they've learned while they've been with us. And then at 3 p.m., you get on the bus and you get to come back to your home school. So this is a list of all the people that you could meet. We try and sprinkle in, again, as many people as we can. And we try and tailor a lot of the people that you meet to based on the interest that you provide for us. So these are some examples of professionals that we've met and worked with in the past. And so the most important part of all of this is our application. It's currently open, but it will close on February 28th. So you've got about 2 weeks to get information in. This QR code, if you scan, will take you directly to the application form. We don't have a GPA requirement for this course or for this program. We just ask that you're in good academic and attendance standing, and also that there are no behavioral issues or problems that we need to discuss. Students are asked to submit a personal essay as well as provide a recommendation form from a teacher. And as a note, we do not, we aren't accepting students who are already participating in an academy program. And so this last slide is just our contact information. Again, this is Dr. Stoner. This is myself, and then also Lori Martin, who will be our wonderful person who will review all of your applications and help select the final group of students for this program. We are generally looking to accept 25 students this year. So I guess I will open that up to questions and comments. And sorry, Julie, if there's anything that you would like to add.
No, I think you covered it well. Thank you, Keela.
Of course.
One of the questions I'm asked is, it says it's a 4-year program. So I think if you don't mind explaining that. And then the second one is for the personal essay, is there a specific length? So that's the two.
Yes, if you actually follow the QR code, I'm just going to tackle that one first because it's the easiest. If you schedule or if you scan this QR code on this slide, it'll take you to our website. If you click on application requirements, there's a link for all of the forms and the application itself as well. And so there's a writing prompt. It's all there for you, and you just need to fill out based on the prompt. For this to be a 4-year program, so we originally devised this as a way of engaging students very early on in their high school careers, which is why we are specifically looking to recruit students in their 9th grade year. Each year builds on their experience from that first summer. So in 10th grade year, we look at community engaged learning. In their 11th grade year, we look at student research. And then in 12th grade year, our goal is to partner our students with professionals in the fields that they're interested in pursuing so that they get a shadowing or internship experience. So while this is a summer 2-week experience, we do hope that you will stay along with us for the entirety of the program and what it was built to do.
Keila, I can help with some of the other questions.
Yeah.
It's asking when it begins and how long it lasts. I'm going to assume that they're asking specifically about the summer experience. I'm not sure who asked that question, but we're going to answer it as though you're asking about the summer experience. And if you're asking something else, please type back in. So Keila, do you have the dates again for that?
I do. It's July 24th through August 4th. So it's a 2-week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 3.
Okay, thank you. Couple more questions about the program being, is this only for 10th and above? My son is presently a rising 9th grader.
At this time, yes, we would encourage him to apply for next year, though. He would be qualified for it next year.
Asking to repeat the dates again for the summer program. Keila.
Sorry, yes, July 24th through August 4th.
Okay, question. If you are not selected for the summer program, are you still able to participate in the year-long programs?
We are in discussion on that. An answer for that will be pending. We're just going to first have to see how many students I think stick with us after the summer, and then we can revisit.
Okay, let's see. Okay. If you are, okay, when you said you don't accept students who are already enrolled in an academy, do you mean the STEM, SMA, and IB academies? Lori, you may need to give us a little more information on the specific academies that they're referring to.
Yes, those are the 3 academies we have in Chesapeake. So I would say then, yeah, if you're in one of those academies currently, then you would not be able to apply for the program.
Let's see. Will you only accept 25 people from Chesapeake schools or other district schools too? So we are accepting 25 students from each district. So it's 25 from Chesapeake, 25 from Portsmouth, 25 from Northampton. And the reason for that, a lot of the reason for that right now is simply space. Ensuring that everyone really gets a true hands-on experience. A lot of that is just limited to space on campus. Once we apply, and if we are accepted, will we know the next course of action?
Yes, you will be notified of your selection on April 7th, and next steps will be included in that email.
Okay, so a couple questions about the difference between the summer program and the year program, and if you have to apply for both. And let me read another question. And if you are selected and unable to participate this summer, are you able to continue next summer? Okay, so the 2-week program is essentially the kickoff to the longer longitudinal program, I think is the best way that we can describe it. As far as applying, you don't apply for both. You apply for the one program when you're applying for this summer. And then you are automatically included into this more longitudinal program. Obviously, we are recommending and very hopeful that you stay with us for the entire time. If you decide this is not for me, I am interested in exploring a different path, we understand that. But you are automatically enrolled into that more longitudinal program. If you are selected and unable to participate this summer, yes, we will certainly work with you to provide you a slot into the next summer, or find a way to make sure you can participate in a different, with a different cohort. Will Virginia Beach schools be included at any point? I can't answer that right now. We're always talking about different school districts, and that's just not something I can answer right now. I'm sorry. How does this impact those students participating in dual enrollment with TCC as far as coursework schedule? Okay, this one we have had students enrolled last summer in TCC. So Keela, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
We have provided space for students who are dually enrolled to still complete their coursework while they're with us. It does mean that if you choose to come, that you might miss some of the experiences, but we do provide space for you to still take your courses during the time that you're with us. We're also exploring some additional options with TCC as well.
When will students be notified of acceptance? And I don't know if this came in after we talked about it, but could you give that date again, Keela?
Yes, April 7th. The application will close on February 28th. They will be disseminated to all of the schools for review and selection, and then we will alert you on April 7th.
Okay, is there any fee of any sort to be part of this program? No, this is completely tuition free. There is no cost associated with this program. Will you email us if we have been accepted into the program? Yes, you will receive an email from Keela. Okay, a number of questions about the year-long portion. Let me see if I can tackle those all at once. Okay. When does the school year program meet? Does it affect normal school days and time? Does it jive with a regular school schedule? Does it happen during the school day? Lori and Keela, I know that you guys have been really discussing this portion of it, so I'm going to send that back over to you. I do see the other question about the commitment for the year-long portion of the program. I think that ties into really the hours. So Keela and Lori, do you want to answer those?
I'll start and then I'll let Lori jump in. So we developed a curriculum that we were very interested in introducing to all of the schools. Right now we are working with Chesapeake to find the best way to incorporate that. Right now the plans are to likely have it be a part of your school day. But until we have finalized that, I don't want to make that a promise. And so, Lori, if you had anything that you wanted to join, we are still kind of ironing out the details of that. And just know that we just started the conversation very recently, as we just received confirmation that Chesapeake would be joining us.
Right. I'll just echo what Keila said. We are just working with EVMS to create a way to incorporate in the school day. And once we finalize that, of course, we'll let you know.
Okay. Lori, Is there a recording where folks can watch this from the beginning if they missed part of the session?
Yes, it's still currently being recorded, and that it'll be uploaded, I believe, into a YouTube, and we'll make sure that everyone who is involved in the webinar will receive a copy of it, or you'll know how to get to it.
Thank you. Okay. So I think I think I have addressed, or I think I've caught all the questions that have come in. Again, those dates for the summer are July 22nd,
August July 24th.
Choice. This is why I let Keela talk all the
time. July 24th. Yep. July 24th to August 4th.
Okay. The applications close February 28th.
Yes.
You will be notified of whether you've been accepted by April, Keela?
April 7th.
Thank you.
I do know we are going to have an open house. So the students who are selected, we will be going over to EVMS in May, and we'll get you that date when we get to that point. But there will be a time in May that everybody will be going over to EVMS for an open house.
Okay, Keela, is the essay graded, or is it just to show why we applied?
A little of both. There's a rubric that we will be using to evaluate each essay, but what we really want to hear from you is why being a part of this program would be beneficial for you. So a little bit of both. It helps us get to know you, but we also have a rubric that we will be using to review your essay.
Is the rubric private?
It is internal at this time, yes.
Okay, I think that's it for the questions. If we didn't answer any, of course, feel free you can email me, and I'd be happy to contact the EVMS and get the answer. Again, we do have this recorded, and so you're able to go back and look at it at a later time. And so we appreciate you being here, and we look forward to hearing from you.